people read the book, felt really sorry for this woman, then decided, you know what, the solution is fuck all men. You go about life thinking that you can control people, right? And that you can make sure that they do what you want. You are delusional.
Things in shambles, we don't know what to do.
Yes, human race go extinct shambles.
We're talking about it, and this movement kind of resonates with a lot of women. And I feel personally this is like.
By the way, South Korean women are right.
So in this video, this is going to be shared into two parts. So this first part will be women reacting to what this brother has to say. So let's.
But why though? I don't have a problem with the whole fucking like Me Too movement, like whatever. Yeah, I get that. There's like a legitimate reason, but the fucking Me Too movement didn't try to fucking like say we are never having sex with men, we're never partnering with men, we're never doing anything with men. Like I'm not all for like reproduce like mad like fucking Zen is, but at the same time, if that doesn't happen, if that's your solution, then you're literally talking about the end of the fucking human race. 4B is a reaction to the fact Korean men are red-pilled. Okay, I understand that. So we need to talk about that. The solution can't ever be we don't communicate or we're not doing anything with men. Unless am I reading into this too much? Because that's what I read here. You saw me research it. You saw me read it. I don't know why I'm being challenged on this. Motivate and inspire women. Although the exact membership, okay, we don't know that. Claim to have 4,000 members. Where was it? Renounce dating men, sex with men, having children. Yeah, its proponents renounce dating men, marriage, sex with men, and having children. It's like, that's your solution? No, put the fuckers in jail, who are doing something illegal, or simply don't date the men. You can't go to the fucking extreme of we want nothing to do with men. It says a world without men. The digital movement functions as an online community where women engage in open discussion about navigating and envisioning a future without men. Am I reading something? Am I mistaken here? I understand you, Freddy. The problem is these women feel like they are being mistreated. And I'm not against, I'm all for like punishing those men. I have no problem. Somebody's a fucking creeper or a weirdo or they're abusing their woman or anything like that, then I'm not on their fucking side. But at the same time, your solution cannot be envisioning a future without men. A future without men is a future without children. A future without children is a future where the human race goes extinct. We understanding each other here on what is my main point of contention here. The state encourages the red pill. I understand all of that. Is to force men to change, of course. It doesn't seem that way. I'm reading here. Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? We'll read it together. Where is it? Criticize, blah, blah, blah. I've lost it again. Okay. This digital movement functions as an online community where women, all right, where women engage in open discussion about navigating and envisioning a future without men. What am I misunderstanding about this, Freddy? Wikipedia is liberal? Liberal. Even though liberals are the ones who support the fucking feminist movement. And that gives you a reason to believe they post the opposite of what liberals support? Wait, engage with what you are saying. So you're saying you don't believe this because Wikipedia is liberal. The Me Too and the 4B movement are liberal movements by definition. So wouldn't Wikipedia, if it was liberal as your logic explains it to you, say that these women are not supporting that, even if they did? Liberal is leftist. At least they don't support this kind of feminism. 4B is leftist. Okay. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm dumbfounded. Fedi, you have blown my mind. Liberals are less left than the leftists. Leftists are considered people who are on the left. And within the left are liberals. Okay? If you want to say these people are extreme left, they're still on the same side. They're just extreme left. So saying that Wikipedia is liberal does not help your argument. If you said that Wikipedia is right, then you could say that these guys are just making it seem like it's a bigger problem than what it is, because they have an incentive to. They are against that. I don't believe that. I know what Wikipedia is. We've already talked about this in length, okay? But I'm just engaging with what you're saying. And hypothetically speaking, what you're saying, let's just say it's correct, then they would post what the fucking agenda is as it is. They wouldn't want to misinterpret the data. Your arguments are bogus. Liberals are not on the left everywhere but America. You're insane. Liberals, by definition, are on the left. They are people who believe in freedom. People on the right believe in oppression, like literally being fucking having a dictator, authoritarianship, fucking having like fascism. What are you talking about? Liberal parties of Europe are all center right. I literally took a fucking political compass test like 3 days ago. What do you think you're talking about here? Look up Renew Europe. You're talking about something completely fucking different on your loved Wikipedia. I don't know what fucking Renew Europe is. Bruh, your argument fucking stinks to begin with because Wikipedia works in a specific way. You guys that want to dismiss Wikipedia only because you want to read a single source that agrees with your narrative. That's the only reason why you don't like Wikipedia. But when you look at the fact of what Wikipedia is and how it operates, you will begin to comprehend that it is neither left nor right. It cannot have a side because you have people from one side and the other side trying to impose their own agenda. And at the end of the day, the only thing that happens is the most factual data remains. Really argued about this. That's how it works. You guys have to engage with facts. You cannot go on your own fucking tangents all the time. Sometimes fine, fair enough, whatever. Do what you want. Do the Zen thing. But not all the time. Is a liberal group in the Euro Parliament and they're centre-right. Okay, they're one group. But I don't understand why they would call themselves centre-right. By definition, if you are centre and you are a little bit to the right, how much to the right? Enough to be on the left? Like, what is this centre-right? And Europe has more than 20 parties. I don't understand why you feel like referencing Renew Europe, all right, helps your argument. I don't understand why you think that that's a good thing. If I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. As far as I was concerned, liberals are on the left. Liberal. I don't fucking know. What are liberals? Liberalism. Liberalism is a political and moral philosophy based on the rights of the individual, liberty, consent of the governed, political equality, right to private property. Okay, so this is going to be on the right, yeah. And equality before the law. Okay, so I'm right. These guys are on the right. If they believe in private property, then they're definitely not fucking socialists or right to private property and before the law. Yeah, these guys are on the right. There's no way. All right, nonetheless, your argument fucking still stinks because you're assuming that Wikipedia is fucking like has its own agenda. We're never going to get anywhere if you... Okay, I already admitted it. Have your moment of grace. Yes, you're right. Liberals are on the right. As far as I knew, people were coming in and they were calling me fucking blue-pilled because I was supporting liberal fucking things. Wikipedia is full of liberal and mainstream nonsense. I'm literally proving your theory on Wikipedia. You're fine accepting it because it agrees with your narrative. You have a huge problem with Wikipedia until it agrees with you. You understand how fucking biased you are. You like it because you're a liberal. I literally proved your point to you on Wikipedia and you ate it up like a fucking carrot cake. You have no problem accepting the win if it agrees with your narrative. You only have a problem with it when it disagrees with your narrative. That's a problem with you. You don't get to cherry pick. You see, Toxic is being more reasonable than you. Oh, is he? I'm just not engaging with him. Long live liberalism. Mainstream media is bought. We all know that. Right. Toxic, 20 minutes ago, was referencing me, a guy that nobody has ever heard of, that apparently is in hiding, but they were talking on a podcast about their poor little lives where they had to run away from the social light, but somehow they're found on a fucking podcast talking about the military being a fucking psy wars, involved in psy wars and fraudulent elections and vaccines. And now you want to say that he's more reasonable than me? What are you talking about? You are trying to trigger me. You are trolling me, Freddy. You have to trust someone in this world in order to collect data, my friend. You can read a book. That book is written by a singular person or an entity, okay? Or you can go to somewhere like Wikipedia, which is far more advanced, because what happens on Wikipedia is that person might read that book and got most of the things right in there, but where they made mistakes and they made mistakes, not unfactual things, then somebody else comes along and says, this is right, this is right, this is right, this is wrong. I'm going to edit it. And then it remains at the top. Wikipedia is literally a copy-paste of a fucking encyclopedia. That's how encyclopedias were written. Encyclopedias were constructs of many, many data points of very many different books. And people came along together and said, hey, how about we put all our data together, make sure that everything is factual, and include it in one book. That's how encyclopedias work. That's how Wikipedia works. It's open source. Why do you guys think that you get away with this? It's retarded. It's insane. It's like I'm providing you with factual evidence right now, and you are refusing my evidence on the premise that the place that I get the data from, which is the fucking source, is wrong. How the fuck are we ever, humanity, going to ever be able to communicate and resolve our issues if we can't get past the fucking first phase, which is the fucking most simple phase, which is understanding which is the most advanced way to collect your data? This is insanity. You're allowed to believe that buy a book on a specific topic is more factual than the data here. The only way to prove that, though, is to go out and prove it. You can't, though. You just believe that Wikipedia is biased until it agrees with your narrative. And I proved that 10 minutes ago when I was wrong about liberalism being on the left and you were saying it's on the right. And it turns out it is on the right. If fucking the Wikipedia was wrong and it actually said it's on the left, you would be pissed off about it. You say, yeah, Wikipedia is bullshit. But because it agreed with your narrative, you were fine eating it up. You were going, you see? You don't understand the biases that you have. You don't recognize them. I want class warfare. Who cares about debating with reactionaries and liberals? Yeah, because you're fucking insane, Freddy. I'm literally arguing with somebody who wants to nuke Tel Aviv, apparently. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Right, so I'm going to go with what Wikipedia says, all right? Go fuck yourself if you think otherwise. This digital movement functions as an online community where women engage in open discussion about navigating and envisioning a future without men. Now, can I prove that? Let's see if fucking Wikipedia is correct. So let's go. Let's understand. King John, born in 1982. Let's see. This is the originator. So let's see what this book is about. And what was the reaction to it? Was it induced of like basically former scriptwriter, TV programs, blah, 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 title character, Kim Dar, life isn't much different from the one I have lived. That's why I was able to write so quickly without much preparation. It has sold more than 1 million copies as of 27th November 2018, becoming the first million-selling Korean novel since 2009. The storyline centers on a housewife who becomes a stay-at-home mother and later suffers from depression. It focuses on the everyday sexism the title character experiences from youth. Okay, so if anything here is incorrect, you get to disagree with Wikipedia. Now, unless you can prove that, you're a fucking idiot. You can't prove that. So I recommend you shut the fuck up when I'm reading Wikipedia. It's already fucking boring enough. Instead, I have to deal with you motherfuckers telling me that everything I've just wasted my whole time because this fucking website just prioritizes information that is not the truth. You guys are moronic. You're literally fucking stupid, bro. I can't deal with it. Novel opens with a South Korean woman experiencing a strange problem. Right, can we get to the end where she's having fucking depression? After a series of relationships, Jin Young marries. Much about her new husband and their life together is good. The one main issue is his extended family put a lot of pressure on them to have a child, a son specifically, and her husband does not defend her from their pushing. He probably should. Following an argument, he apologizes fully and says he will stand up for her. But then he also gives his opinion that they will not stop pushing, and they both do intend to have a child someday, so why not now? Jin Young feels stifled by this idea, and afraid they will not be able to support her career and the child without neglecting the child or leading her to quitting. Later, she comes around to the idea of having a child and leaving her work, at least temporarily, but is unsettled by her husband's attitude that what he promises to do for her is helping out rather than doing work he is equally responsible for, and does not represent an equivalent to her sacrifices. But she does become pregnant and... Oh my God. Why did you become pregnant? If you had such a fucking big issue with the guy and you had so many issues, well, why are you becoming pregnant? Why don't you just fucking leave him? And then you don't have to raise this fucking movement for no reason. Or get depressed or some bullshit. You put yourself in shit situations, you get shit, and then you complain about shit. And so a major change comes in Ji Young's life. She leaves her work. This could change. I'm still reading. And bear in mind, I've only started reading from here. She leaves her work, experiences a difficult birth, but gives birth to a daughter. She commits to being a housewife for now. Later, she endures ridicule for being a roach and a freeloader as a stay-at-home mum from young Korean men who witness her daring to enjoy a small break with her baby in the park. Yes, they are fucking idiots, disgusting, vile, peasantry, fucking animal, stupid wankers. That's what these people are. So you see, motherfuckers, you say I'm a liberal, but I can look at things objectively. These guys are being fucking assholes. If I was, according to your analysis, on the right, then I would be a red pill, Andrew Tate, yo, let's fucking go. I'm all this and that. But I'm not, am I? I'm a normal fucking human being that can look at things objectively and say, hey, these guys are acting like absolute pieces of fucking shit. But I can also look at the fucking movement and say, hey, it kind of originated from a place of stupidity. Learn to look at things objectively for what they are, not what agrees with your fucking narrative. Get a fucking life. Idiots. Stupid fucking infidels. Later, she endures ridicule for being a roach, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Enjoy a small with her baby in the park. Yes, that's fucking disgusting, vile. Stupid fucking human beings. Those kinds of human beings I hate the most. The most. This whole fucking narrative that women are supposed to birth children and somehow they have a divine purpose in life to do nothing but that pisses me off more than anything else. Do you know? Wait, actually, something else pisses me off even more is the fact that men in some cultures believe they have the divine right bestowed upon them by a divine spirit that they have never fucking seen to be the fucking boss of the house, as if that's something that is not earned. Now, do I agree or disagree that the men should be boss? I like to believe they should. I believe that I'm capable of. That is something you earn, though. That is not something that is given to you by nature. You're a fucking moron if you believe that. And the reason why it's important that you earn that, reason why, is because then you will appreciate that stay-at-home wife. The whole problem with all of this bullshit in the past is because women weren't appreciated for doing that work. Was it wrong that they did that work? No. As far as I'm concerned, that is very healthy and it is good for the fucking family. Try and prove me wrong. We have thousands of years of history compared to like 10 years of history, but somehow we feel that it's actually better the dad being a stay-at-home dad. No, sorry guys. More data, more accurate data. As far as I'm going with what we know. So yes, that's what I know. The problem is they were never appreciated. They will look at as subordinates. They will look at your life is easy as a stay-at-home mom. I'm going out to work. My life is hard. No, it's equally as fucking hard. Don't know when was the last time you washed your fucking sheets or your fucking clothes or cooked yourself a meal. These things are boring as fucking hell. They can be more boring than your fucking work. But somehow you feel that treating your wife like shit because she's doing a different job, you're a fucking team. You do different things to accomplish a goal. Having a clean home, having healthy children, making enough money to make the fucking family survive, all of those are parts of components that complete a healthy life. God, I'm so fucking tired of people being stupid in this motherfucking world. Holy shit, bro. God, I'm tired of it. Wow. And is told off by her doctor for having it easier than women in his day. Okay, so enjoy a small break with her buyer, and is told later she endures ridicule for being a roach and freeloader as a stay-at-home mum from young Korean men who witness her daring to enjoy a small break with her baby in the park, and is told off by her doctor for having it easier than women in his day. He can go fuck himself too, that old dirty little bastard sod of a human being. Jump out the fucking window and do everybody a favor. And still complaining of stress. Yeah, go fuck yourself. This occurs directly before she begins manifesting her symptoms of mental illness. The narrative switches near the end of the novel to the point of view of a man who describes himself as Kim Ji-young's psychiatrist and relates how Ji-young's reflections and that of her husband informed the preceding narrative of her life. Okay, it seems like Ji-young feels stifled by this idea. So following an argument, he apologized fully and says he will stand up for her. So the idea is his parents want something from her in order for her to have a child and that child to be a son. Apparently she's got a choice in that. But nonetheless, yes, that's what needs to happen. And the husband doesn't stand up for her. Then she gets pissed off. They have an argument. He apologizes and says he will stand up for her. Then he also gives his opinion that they will not stop pushing. So in other words, there's no point in me standing up for you because it's just not going to help anyway, which is just like a pussy move. But anyway, and they both do intend to have a child someday. So why not now? Very logical. Ji-young feels stifled by this idea. She's already pissed off. She's not happy about this. But this is the moment where if you're not happy about situations in your current life, no, I'm not Korean, so I don't know what the consequences are if you can just divorce somebody, but this seems about the right time to divorce your husband. This seems like one of those times. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It seems like a fucking prick. He's not going to stick up to his parents, for you. Like, fuck him. Get the fuck out of his life. No, you don't do that. You stay there. I'm afraid they will not be able to support her career and the child without neglecting the child or leading to her quitting. So she's already predicting that this is going to happen. Now she has a problem with that, so she thinks she's going to stay at work for fucking eternity for some reason. It seems moronic to me, but fine. If if women are supposed to work all the fucking time and take care of the kids in Korea, well, Korea has like got bigger issues as far as I'm concerned. I'm hoping that's not the case. Later, she comes around to the idea of having a child and leaving her work, at least temporarily. So she's pivoted, she's changed her mind, she's going with what is now. She had the opportunity to leave her husband. She doesn't do that. She compromises, and now she agrees with his mind. That's what she's doing, but is unsettled by her husband's attitude that what he promises to do for her is helping out rather than doing work he is equally responsible for and does not represent an equivalent to her sacrifices, which I'm theorizing is when she's about to give birth, that somehow she has to leave her work. She needs to take care of the child. He needs to be able to support her. Seems very fucking logical to me. If you marry a woman, you're going to have a kid, you need to be able to financially support her during that period of time. Very fucking logical. Otherwise, she's going to be suffering. So if you can prevent that, if you can help that from happening, try and do that, is my point. It's like, if you can do that, do that. It's not helping out. That is your responsibility as far as I'm concerned. So he seems like a fucking prick. She doesn't leave him. She stays with him. And then she goes to a fucking psychiatrist, apparently. And he's very sympathetic and aware of her situation, being abused for being a woman. Yes, that is true, in part. But she does have the choice of the matter. Kim Jung-young's psychiatrist relates how Ji-young's reflections and that of her husband informed the preceding narrative of her life. It's like he's controlling her like a puppet. You have free will, lady. You could have walked away at any point. You didn't, as far as I'm concerned. Again, I'm reading from here. There could be context I'm not paying attention to. Like, she's being abused and she's being beaten every single day. She's tied up and she can never make a decision for herself. I doubt it. It doesn't seem like that's the case, especially if he's fucking apologizing. Half-ass apology. Not really that amazing, but nonetheless. Okay, so in his day and still complaining of the stress, blah, blah, blah. Psychiatrist relates how, blah, blah, blah. He describes his views on her case, sounding very sympathetic and aware of her situation, being abused for being a woman, and the toll it has taken on her, combined with potential postpartum depression. Right, this psychiatrist grows up in a country, all men are red pill. It's very normal for him to go on the absolute opposite spectrum of it. So yeah, I get that, fine, whatever. But yeah, just saying that she had no control over it, she's absolute victim, I don't know how that's going to completely help her in life, but fine, do you. He then cites the influence of his wife in teaching him to be aware of all this. He digresses to tell the story of some incidents around their home, including the stress of his misbehaving son and his wife's resentment at his lack of engagement as a parent. Now, your wife, my friend, sounds a little bit too much. I think the pendulum has swung the opposite way, but nonetheless, he admits she is right. Okay, well, if she's right, that's awesome then. But does not say he intends to change. Well, that's fucking stupid. He then relays an incident where he finds his wife, a math prodigy turned stay-at-home mother, doing elementary math workbooks for fun. She says to him that it is all she can control anymore. He's confused and repulsed by this and insists it cannot be fun and that she should not settle in life. The narrative ends with his attempted feminist reflections turning back to his own office, where a female employee is resigning because she is pregnant. Ironically, for a man who claims to understand Kim Ji-young and care for her plight, he notes that he will have to be sure to hire an unmarried woman so he doesn't face this same inconvenience again. Oh, seems like he's got a couple of skeletons in his closet. It's like, yeah, I mean, fucking professionally, I should be saying these things, but yeah, personally, I don't know if I really agree with them. Nonetheless, that his was her intention to make this into a public debate. Cho Nam-ju says that it was her intention to make this into a public debate. I thought of Kim Ji-young's character as a vessel that contains experiences and emotions that are common to every Korean woman. She stresses that the hardships that the Korean women have to go through need to be discussed publicly and the sexual harassments and discrimination they encounter should be taken seriously. Agreed. Kim Ji-young is not entirely fictional as it contains statistical data so that its message wouldn't be dismissed as a made-up account of one woman's experience. Cho collected the sources she needed and finished the book within 2 months. Her wish of evoking a public debate came true. The book turned out to be an international bestseller, and in 2018 it became part of the feminist campaign in South Korea, as well as the Escape, the Corset, and Me Too movements. It also inspired the 4B movement. According to Cho Nam-ju, the Korean women still experience sexual abuse and inequality, but not as often as they did in the past. Since they started to protest and speak up, the situation began to change, though very slowly. Cho also said she believed the situation of women would not get any worse. The book gained attention in early 2017 after readers posted reviews of the book on social media. In May 2018, after the floor leader of the Justice Party's Ro Ho-chan gifted the book to President Moon Jae-in with a message that read, "Please embrace Kim Jong-un, born 82. The book's sales shot up. It has sold more than 1 million copies as of November 2018, but despite the novel's popularity and timely message on sexism in Korea, controversy still arose when Red Velvet member Irene shared during a fan meet that she had read Kim Jong-un. Male fans began berating the K-pop idol, going as far as burning and cutting up Irene's photos. Among the celebrities who appreciated the book were also RM of BTS, Soo Young of Girls' Generation, and Yui Yokoyama of AKB. Right, you stupid little twat, K-pop fan, cite the Kim Jong-un's fucking book, even though probably 90% of your fucking customer base are males. What are you doing? You're fine taking their money and accepting their money for providing them with entertainment. That entertainment, I can imagine, is something associated along the lines of kind of sexualizing female characters, probably, which is usually related to these fucking K-pop, J-pop bullshit. You're fine taking that money, but now you have a problem with them? Yeah, you have a problem with them. What do you think they're going to fucking do? Of course they're going to do that. BTS So Young of Girls' Generation, Yui Yokoyama of AKB48. 2020, the novel became longlisted for the US National Book Award for Translated Literature. All right, so I don't understand. It was adapted into a film with Jung Yoo-mi and Gong Yoo taking the lead roles. Oh, I know this. I know this actor. Wait, I might have even seen this fucking film. Never mind. All right. Well, I don't know how we went from this book to this statement here. What the fuck happened with this Okay, so wait a minute. 4B movement is a feminist movement which is purported to have originated in South Korea in 2019. Its proponents renounce dating men, marriage, sex with men, and having children. Why the fuck is that? I see that this woman is pissed off. What is it that this woman, like, what is it she ended up with? What is this about the math book? She says to him that it is all she can control anymore. Wait a minute. He then relays an incident where he finds his wife. Wait a minute. He then cites, we're talking about he, meaning a psychiatrist, right? He then cites the influence of his wife in teaching him to be aware of all of this. He discresses to tell the story of some incidents around their home, including the stress of his misbehaving son and his wife's resentment and his lack of engagement as a parent. He admits she is right, but does not say he intends to change. He then relays an incident where he finds his wife, a math prodigy turned stay-at-home mother, doing elementary math workbooks for fun. She says to him that it is all she can control anymore. He is confused and repulsed by this and insists it cannot be fun and that she should not settle in life. Narrative ends with his attempted feminist reflections turning back to his own office, where a female employee is resigning because she is pregnant. Ironically, for a man who claims to understand Kim Ji-young and care for her plight, he notes that he will have to be sure to hire an unmarried woman so he doesn't face the same inconvenience again. I mean, I guess he should be happy that she's pregnant, but now he has to go out and find a secretary. I mean, it's a stupid point, but still, like, all right, fine, whatever. I mean, what is weird is that he sees his wife calls him out for his lack of engagement as a parent. He admits she is right, but does not say he intends to change. That is confusing to me. That's like, yeah, you're right. It's logical for me to do something about this, but guess what? I'm not going to. That incites like power. That's like, I don't need to change. I don't need to do anything else. I already do enough. Fuck you. That's what that sounds like to me. And her doing elementary math workbooks for fun. That's all I can control anymore. Why do you need to control? Right. Oh my God. So basically, she gives up trying to control him, and somehow that's a bad thing. You shouldn't be trying to control your partner, guys. You shouldn't. Your partner should be with you because they want to be with you. Not because you control their actions. If you go about life thinking that you can control people, right? And that you can make sure that they do what you want, and somehow that's going to result in both you and her or him being happy, you are delusional. That's never going to happen. I don't really want to nuke Tel Aviv, he says. That was hate bait. Who funds CNN? Ideology is a waste of time. It's better to make OnlyFans with AI. Okay, awesome. Okay, back to this post now. Let's see if I can get this. But I still don't understand the correlation between the 4B movement. It's not giving, Wikipedia is not giving me much on this 4B movement and how they came to basically hate men. This digital movement functions as an online community where women engage in open discussion about navigating and envisioning a future without men. The only difference is the Me Too movement doesn't do that. It wants men to be called to justice for their actions. If I'm not mistaken. It wants men to pay for the things that they have done, the wrong things that they have done. Now that, you can argue is a bad or a good thing. Personally, I think it is a good thing. If you do something bad, you should pay for it. Now, there are other cases where people like falsely accuse other people, which is like, yeah, that is a fucking problem. But I mean, if you're not guilty, I would like to believe that you can prove yourself not guilty, and that just makes that person look like an absolute fucking tool. But then again, finding the evidence to prove you're not guilty can sometimes even be harder than finding evidence to prove that they are guilty. So yeah, fine. We'll just put that to the side, I guess. The 4B movement initially gained recognition on Twitter in 2019 and through various feminist social media accounts. One notable feature of the 4B movement, as with other Korean digital feminist movements, is that members often identify themselves as anonymous women, as it is conventional not to disclose personal details online. This digital movement functions as an online community where women engage in open discussion about navigating and envisioning a future without men. All right, let's see. 4B. What is 4B? 4B. Wait, I probably can't. Fuck. All right, we're going to have to look at it later. Yeah, because I need a VPN, remember? All right, we'll switch off the one here. All right, let's see. 4B. 4B. Let's see. How do you find this 4B movement? Okay, this might be it. Let's see. These posts are protected. Only approved followers can see at City4N's post. To request access, click follow. To request access? I don't want to fucking request access. Just what the fuck? Okay, now mine top. Let's see.
Is a movement in South Korea right now where the so glad you asked. The 4B movement is a movement in South Korea right now where the misogyny and sexism is so bad that South Korean women have decided to opt out of dealing with men entirely. That is not a joke. That is not an exaggeration.
And you're laughing about it.
They are not dating men. They are not marrying men. They are not having children with men. They're not even sleeping with men anymore. And it's called the 4B movement because the Korean words for those four things all start with the letter B. This kind of first started happening around 2016 when Kim Ji-young, born 1982, a novel came out. And it is a fictional book about a Korean every woman and all of the misogyny and sexism that she's experienced from literally being a child all the way to her being an adult, suffering with postpartum depression after having her child. Now, this book became a runaway bestseller among South Korean women because they were like, she's just like me.
She was diagnosed with it.
This book became a runaway bestseller among South Korean women because they were like, she's just like me for real. And that's kind of when it started cooking, right? Now, the movement officially got its name in 2019, and it's just been going ever since. It's so successful, in fact, that now South Korea has one of the lowest birth rates in the world. The number of deaths in South Korea
and why is that a good thing?
The number of births in South Korea. And it's hilarious because
it's hilarious, is it? Oh, really? Oh, wow. What a bright human being you are. This is amazing.
And the government are like, oh my God, what do we do? They don't want to like talk to us. They don't want to date us. They don't. What do we do? Like everything's in shambles.
Wait, do these human beings know how the human race exists? Wait a minute. I argue with Zen all the fucking time because of this shit. Now I'm... It's like, yes, we get it. You want men to pay for their sins. Fine. All men are bastards. Not like you've got like bad apples. No, fuck all men. All men. Fuck them. Just send them to fucking hell. We will survive without them. Fine. We will go to hell. Now what? No more children. You are literally a dying species. You're going extinct. Does that sound amazing to you? No. So that probably isn't the solution, right? Stupid fucking people. What's up, Distorting? How you doing, man? Oh, lesbian movement. Oh, is it? It's totally about men and not about lesbianism. As far as I know, K-pop groups with military investment. Oh, just don't pay attention to him, Distorting. He's out of his fucking mind. She just hates family values because she's lesbian. I don't want kids, so nobody else should. It's not about men. It's about 1, lesbianism, 2, LGBT values. Sup. If that's the case, then that makes sense because you can't want a world. No, it doesn't. It doesn't even make sense when it's lesbianism. It's like if it is lesbian, it's like autistic lesbianism because even a world without men, you cannot have children, bro. I don't understand where these values that these people have come from. I don't understand how you come to the conclusion. It's like conspiracy theories. It's like, yes, let's get rid of the shadow puppety people that are controlling the strings behind the scenes. Oh, and then what? I don't know. It's like, bruh, like consequences. If it was that easy, if all fucking equations in the world were that easy, it's just like, yeah, just do that one thing. It's like female supremacists saying kill all men. It doesn't work. Yeah, it's stupid. It's like, you need men. Men need women. Either you figure out a way to deal with each other, like optimally in the best way possible. Like there's probably going to be some level of acceptance between both sexes. Figure that shit out, because otherwise you're going extinct. As far as I'm concerned, going extinct is considered like the pinnacle of like human problems. From Wikipedia, that it was the government that invested in toxic. Bullshit test. Remember, we talked about this. Did it happen? If it happened, why did it happen? Bullshit test. If it doesn't pass, I don't want to hear about it. We have to negotiate with the other gender. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Negotiate, guys. Just fucking figure this shit out. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? Either figure out a way to deal with each other, or there is no option B. Exactly. You see, one human being in my chat actually has a fucking brain. Holy shit, bro. Oh my God. Yes, that's literally it. If you can't figure it out, there is no option B. You don't get another option unless we are inventing a way to create babies not using men. Apparently, we're going to have to find some other type of sperm, and somehow that is going to match with, like, I don't know, figure it out. If you have an alternative to fucking male sperm reaches woman's ovaries and eggs, fine. You don't though. So like you're gonna have to contend with that. You're not paying attention to something ridiculous. Oh, am I? Oh, do you reckon?
I don't know what to do. When South Korean women have been very clear from...
Wait a minute. Your overreaction here, you stupid little cunt. Listen to your overreaction. You're literally talking about the extinction of the human race, and you're going, this is your reaction to it.
Like, oh my God, what do we do? They don't want to like talk to us. They don't want to date us.
Yes, that's a normal reaction. Normal reaction. You're acting like they're being dramatic about it.
What do we do? Like everything's in shambles. We don't know what to do.
Yes, human race go extinct, shambles. Yes, that is literally the path or the course of events. Yes, that's how it plays out. Agreed, yes.
When South Korean women have been very clear from day one, they're like, hey,
from day one, hey guys, figure your shit out. Otherwise, we're fucking off and fuck you guys. We're never having children again and we're going extinct. It's like, yeah, I mean, we totally have the power to do that. It's totally logical.
Either you get your act together or we are literally eliminating all of this. Like we are shutting it
down. Let's fucking go. End human race. Yay. Why nobody else think of this shit? Like, let's just fucking nuke each other, guys. I mean, I have the solution. Like, let's just do that. I mean, that's just like faster. You get it, right? You agree, right? Let's just fucking nuke each other.
Down. So that's the 4B movement and why I'm so obsessed.
And why you are a fucking moron. Degenerate. I don't even want to say the next thing that wants to come out of my mouth. It really, really wants to. Really, really wants to. But I can control myself. It's not coming. Holy shit. It excites her because she wants to destroy humanity. Yes, it honestly seems that way. Or this person is autistic. It's like one or the other. Revenge of the lesbians. This woman works more as a false opposition. Oh, does she now? Let's take a look at the next false opposition, you dumb fuck. Who's this guy? This is a man. Toxic. This is a man. Is she or he part of the false opposition?
What? Here's the bottom line.
This seems like...
Let me get this straight. Women are tired of being abused and mistreated, so they start a movement, 4B. And we have fellas out there who think that the answer to this is to abuse and mistreat. What?
Wait, bro, do you understand what the end goal is? Like, you look like an absolute Chad, but nonetheless, bro, like, you can't have that goal. My solution doesn't involve abusing and mistreating them. No, we should find a way to treat them better, negotiate. That was my solution. You're saying that there is no other solution, or you're laughing about it like the solution is very obvious. I'm sorry, fucking Nostradamus. How about you bestow upon us your very insane wisdom? How about you do that, bro? Instead of just looking like an absolute fucking Chad. That would help.
Like the 4B movement, is that not... Are we not going to talk about how feminism is led by misandry? Like the 4B movement?
Like, this is Toxic's friend.
Not of the devil? Like, it's literally evil.
This is Toxic's friend. Here we go.
Date men, sleep with men, procreate with men, and all these other things, right?
This is Toxic's friend. This guy's going like full unhinged mode, like full conspiracy. Like, yeah, this is like a global agenda. Like, here we go again. Holy fuck. She's saying it for content. He's saying it for content. Yes. What are the chances that someone will look at this and take it seriously? What do you mean, what are the chances? It's a fucking movement, you stupid idiot. It's not like it's one person just ranting on the fucking idiot. It's a movement. It's supported by thousands of individuals. 130,000 to be honest, on Twitter. We literally just saw their fucking account. What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Do you speak English? Bro, I mean, like, do they still bang? Are they single? Yeah. Good question. Let's see. Like, honestly, I can't be asking this feminist bullshit, but read this fucking post on Twitter. This person here, this unhinged individual, says, what I want to talk about here is the 4B movement. By now, everyone should have came to the full understanding. And this is like 19 hours ago. This is not like 5 years ago. That the 4B movement came to be as a result of an action-reaction situation. Fair enough. As any other feminist movement, shitty behaviors can only go on for so long until someone can no longer take it anymore and reacts. Okay, so you're saying that this is an unreasonable reaction, to say the least, right? That you probably should aim a little bit lower instead of dissolution of the entirety of the human race, right? Yeah, I think we can come to the same conclusion. And this is what happened in South Korea with Korean women. No, they just stopped, right? They just said, we're stopping the human race right here, right now, because men are assholes, right? Totally justified. Makes total sense. South Korean women reached their limits. They gave up on their men. Why? Because of the constant abuse, mistreatment, discrimination, etc. Like any human, we have our limits. Agreed. So as soon as you reach those limits, yeah, fuck the entire human race. There is only so much we can take. And I'm glad to say it's making its way to the United States. Yay! Now we can end the fucking human race faster. How about that, guys? I'm not proud that this is the result of things. Oh, really? Because it surely does seem that way. Every wrong actions and behaviors comes with consequences. What makes this even more sad is that now men, as complaining about this movement, I mean, God forbid that you would fucking mention the end of the human race. Yeah, like, who cares about that shit? Saying the women taking part in this are doing something wrong while completely ignoring the fact that if they had known how to behave, if they had known how to respect and treat women, yeah, I mean, you just wake up and you know these things. It's so fucking obvious, isn't it? Even though we've literally been living in thousands of years, you never fail to remind us of how long the fucking patriarchy has existed, but somehow you're forgetting the fact that you don't just wake up one day and realize, hey, you know what? It's a good time to start behaving. You fucking moron. It works both ways. You can't just say that. Why don't you just treat women? Well, you're the one who's complaining about patriarchy, bitch. Like, obviously the patriarch has a full control over me. Yeah, there you go. Works both ways, you stupid cunt. Holy fuck. These people are stupid. Where does the world find these stupid fucking human beings? Holy fuck, that's a little social bubble. Oh, 140,000 people. Small social bubble. Just a small social bubble. The entirety of South Korea. Small social bubble. Yeah, no worry there, guys. It's not like their fucking birth rates are flawed. No, I mean, no. It's a small social bubble, guys. Nothing to panic about. Not like it's an entire human fucking movement. No. I mean, why? Who even thought of that? Stupid cunt. The things that you're supposed to believe in, you dismiss them like they are nothing. The things that you shouldn't even be paying attention to somehow always make their way into your fucking cranium. You stupid twat toxic. More Mary Wynn, what can you do about it? Not a human race, just South Korean society. Well, it's making its way to the United States. It's on its way. Got on a ship. Boop, boop, and it's coming, all right? But the US treats women well. Well, that's relative. Probably have more work to go through, I guess. I mean, or maybe they've done too much. I don't fucking know which one it is, but yeah. That might, yeah. Whatever. This will soon be forgotten. Oh, will it? It's been 5 years, toxic. It's been 5 years. And somebody's posting about it and I'm reading the post. So shut your fucking mouth. It's just South Korea. Who cares? It won't be implanted on the US because women are already well treated. Yep.
Collective seriously overestimate
This is...
their market value. So women were like, we're sick of men. We're sick of the way that you treat us. And you
guys, this is like 19 hours ago.
don't make our lives better, you make them worse. And so we are not going to give you any attention anymore. We don't want any.
Yeah, we don't want anything from you. Yeah, we don't want anything from you. Yep, no, not a single thing. No, nothing. No value that men add to your life. No reason to come to the table after things have settled down and compromise. No. I mean, why would we do that? It's not like we need men to reproduce. I mean, why? Who even thought about that one?
Anything to do with you.
Lady, you're like 50 fucking years old. How do you not know this shit?
We politely request that you leave us alone. And men, instead of being like, oh God, we fucked up, maybe we should try and figure out what we've done to women that means that they don't want to date us anymore. Like maybe we...
Yes, but when your reaction is, we don't want you, you're clearly stating that it doesn't matter what the opposite fucking side of the argument does, they are not going to be forgiven. So you're basically saying to them, hey, even if you make an effort to change your ways, guess what? We're okay by being alone. So it's like, yeah, all right, thanks, nice. So I'm going to make an effort without a guaranteed fucking reward. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Good luck with that one. Nice negotiation, guys. Nice. And then you guys complain about fucking politicians who can't figure their own shit out. Look at you fucking retards. You can't even deal with this shit.
got immediately offended and defended.
No, it's not an offended. It's fucking boring and stupid and a fucking disgrace to the human race. That's what this is. This whole fucking shit. It's just, yes.
And they were like, I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do because we're really important, right? We're like the most important. So what
just
we'll
want
do is
something
we'll
to
launch
blame
our-
other than themselves
and we'll
because
tell women that we
victimizing
want
is
to do
easier
that.
than trying
And
to
they'll
achieve.
panic in the same way that we panicked. and
Sup,
they said they didn't want to
Golgin?
do with us. And then they'll come
Welcome
back.
back, Father Dari. Menji Toes equals incels rationalizing. MG Toes?
Good.
What's MG Toes? I don't know what MG Toes are. Mugga Toes. I have to agree that guys don't depend on anyone to live. You are stupid, though. Did you forget that fact? You're stupid. And stupid people don't take everything into consideration when they think that's the problem. Because guess what? Men depend on women, women depend on men, and that's why the human race still exists today. How about you put that into your thick fucking head? It's not a men problem. This is not a woman problem. This is a human problem. Obviously, women are not happy with men and have a right to be, you stupid fucking moron. And obviously, men are pissed off with women now because this fucking movement has been happening. I say fucking, it's not really fucking. I guess they had a good reason to start it, but it keeps going. And what you end up with, like false allegations. And guess what? You don't need a lot of them before men see them and say, you see, I knew it. I knew it. You guys were just bullshitting us all along. Understand it. People need to learn to communicate. It's like, let's meet at the fucking table, guys. Let's figure this shit out. Nobody's saying that. Women are saying, no, fuck the men. Let them go to hell. We don't want them. Human race? Who the fuck needs that shit? Yeah, fuck that. We're out of here. Men, on the other hand, are saying, fuck these bitches. They're too demanding. Can't be asked with this shit. I'm out of here. I'm going Andrew Tate, go and suck his dick for a bit. So what do you end up with? No compromise, no negotiation, no civility, no understanding, just stupidity like yourself, toxic. That's all you end up with. Just a bunch of fucking stupid idiots. That's all you end up with. So if you want to live in a world with people like toxic, keep doing what you're doing. That's why they take red pills, because they won't be needing blue. God, I love this shit.
We're all on the same page. Leave us alone.
What are you saying?
Good.
Oh, is that funny? Lady, you've been on this planet for 50 years. You've been here for like 50 years. Like, you've got like 30 years left. Like, you don't need to worry what happens. Like, you're done. Like, you've lived like more than half of your life. Like, fucking who cares about what you think about the life, right? You're gone in like 10 years, you probably got like dementia and shit. You're already retired. You don't even care about any of these problems. But guess what? We are like 20, 30 years old. We have all our lives ahead of us. This shit, if I get old and women stop fucking men and men stop fucking women, by the time I'm old, like, we are approaching like 10% human capacity. Thank God that's never going to happen. And this shit, not everybody agrees with it. So it's not going to blow up. I'm just saying, you guys are literally proponents of like nothing progressive, nothing that helps anybody. It's just stupid, man. Stupid people piss me off so much. Bro, you just taking advantage of the fucking hashtag. Let me see these dumb bitches go off.
Stop this misinformation online.
Okay, yes, please tell us. Please tell us, lady.
Women have no idea what the 4B movement is.
Okay. Oh no, she's actually starting from a good place. Yep.
We need to stop this misinformation online.
Yep.
By now, you've probably heard that Korea has one of the lowest birth rates in the world. And a lot of people on TikTok specifically are attributing this to...
It's not about the 4B movement. But I'm guessing that will probably not help in like 10 or 20 years. That's how long it will take for that data to appear on the fucking spreadsheets.
The 4B movement.
Problem is that when you're a proponent of that, it doesn't really help the fucking situation.
Which, if you don't know, it's a radical feminist movement that basically tells women to completely eliminate men in their lives, which includes not dating them, not marrying them, not sleeping with them, not having children with them. When you search up the term on TikTok, you will not see one single Korean person being like, yes, this is me right now. This is me. I'm 4B. As someone who has lived in Korea for 4 years, the first and only time I've ever heard about this movement is from TikTok.
Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise. This is a fucking Western thing that women hate men. Oh, what a surprise. Holy shit.
From Western creators.
Who even could have thought?
Friends, like, hey, what do you think about the 4B movement? They literally told me, I don't know what that is. Something to also note, in Korea, being a feminist or referring to yourself as a feminist is still kind of like taboo. Tell any Korean man that you're a feminist, he'll look at you crazy. So no, the birth rate in Korea is not low because of the 4B movement, a movement which started around 2016/2019. It's because it's just too expensive. People are still dating.
See, logical explanation for such an issue. It's like, yes, that's probably the reason why. It's not got bedroom mate. What are you on about? What are you talking about? Okay, I don't understand what you're saying. There we go. Being a single woman.
Sorry, it's just not. It actually raises a lot of
Please
red flags.
enlighten
Being a
us,
single
wizard.
woman is not a compliment in every case. I'm sorry, it's just not. It actually raises a lot of red flags to be
Wait, why? No, it doesn't. You're just stupid, I guess. Another one joins the fucking pack.
honest. Because now you got your counterparts and your peers asking behind your back if you even capable of keeping a relationship.
All right, you are making a bunch of assumptions. I already fucking hate you. You're irrelevant, stupid fucking
Keeping
opinion.
a man and keeping a woman, etc. See, a lot of y'all felt triggered by that settle video, which was eye-opening to me because obviously we have a lot of women living in the state of delusion.
See, dumb fucks. Like, this is like, if I was like on that tangent and I was like, yeah, fuck all women and all of this bullshit, then I would probably be agreeing with this guy. Probably. It's like 99% chance. But no, he's a fucking idiot and a moron. And it's people like this who probably like instigate women. So yeah.
Thinking that they just gonna find the most perfect man ever.
Oh
and if
my
not,
God,
they can't find that, they'll just be single, as if that's supposed to do.
Look, she has a right. If that's her fucking standard and that's what she wants, it's not very reasonable. Not very reasonable. Just saying, just putting it out there. But at the same time, that's what she's for. Yeah, so be it. Maybe she has really high standards. Who knows? She might meet someone in the future. If living alone is what's in their hearts, who am I to judge? Okay, that's stupid. It's not in their hearts. This is a retaliation for something that happened, Toxic. This is a retaliation. She said it herself, this is a reaction to an action. It's not just these women woke up one day and was like, yeah, you know what? I want to live alone. I want nothing to do with men. No, you dumb fuck. Something happened that brought them to that conclusion. And I'm saying that conclusion is very far-fetched. Take it down a notch, sue them, try to change Korea, do all of that shit. Don't try to fucking like do this. But from what we found out, which kind of like probably makes more sense, is that South Korea, actually nobody even talks about that shit. And in reality, like 1 million copies, like that's big, that's good, but it's not like world changing. Yeah, this seems like a fucking TikTok trend that agrees with other fucking narratives or whatever. Do you live in Korea? Do I need to live in Korea, Toxic? Huh? Do I need to live in Korea? South Korea's crazy. You ever been to North Korea? Fucking Kim Jong-un? Huh? Have you ever been to North Korea? You saying that fucking South Korea, one of the most advancedly democratic places in the fucking world, is crazy? Oh, is it? Oh, is it? Tell me, Mr. Brazil. Tell me, Mr. Brazil, about crazy fucking countries. Fucking Rio de Janeiro has a literal fucking wall in the middle of it, separating the rich from the poor. And you're saying South Korea is crazy? Get a fucking grip on reality, you stupid twat. God damn it, you've been pissing me off all day. Holy shit. Or say you're joining the 4B movement while banging. Exactly. Do that. That's what we want, Distorting. We need to bang. Oh no, sorry, that's Fede. Sorry, Fede. Sorry. That was intended for Toxic. I thought that was Toxic. No, it's not crazier. It's just stupid. Yes, this is idiotic.